Hello everyone, this is Yogesh Joshi from Indian Chemical News, and today we have with us Mr. Pranay Garg. You are the managing director for a company called Advanced Valves, which is a Noida-based company, right? Welcome, sir. Thank you so much for sparing time out of your busy schedule at the show and speaking to us. So, to start with, can you introduce us to how your organization is placed in this industry?
Yeah, thanks Yogesh. Thanks for coming over and taking time with us. Well, Advanced Valves as a name, is an organization which talks about technology and brings new product and technology to the country. And that's been our ethos for more than 35 years today. And the products we have introduced we have been the first ones, the pioneer to get the product in the market. Our focus has been all the industrial side, very strong on the oil and gas, infrastructure, and the water power side, and also a vertical which is catering to a very sophisticated range for the HVAC sector. So the idea is valves where they have not been found in India, and we are getting them to India, and others are then looking forward to that. Yes, what is Advanced doing? So we can build that portfolio. Yeah. So that's where we differentiate and work in engineered products. That is our right focus.
Sounds interesting. In terms of the industry verticals, can you share a little bit about you spoke about
Yes.
oil and gas about this.
So yeah, those are the main focus areas. The idea is where the engineering and technology is appreciated. So oil and gas, when we say refining, upstream and downstream, midstream, is a very important area for us. We do a lot of work in the petrochemical side as well, and are recognized among the top tier manufacturers with the top tier customers, working with the IOCLs, Reliance, all those folks in India, ONGC, and then across the globe with the national oil companies across the world, be it in the ADNOC, Qatar, Kuwait, Petronas, Petrobras, Shell, Exxon, and they recognize us for understanding of our product. So we do get into some long-term arrangements and agreements when we develop technology with them and creating solutions. So that seems to be the thrust, and for us, about 60% plus is something which is going out of India. So we have a unit which is actually based in the SCZ, so fully dedicated to exports. But yes, the other plants are also doing, but the idea is it's a very important area where people recognize us, and we have been doing this for more than 20 years in terms of exports as well.
Very interesting. And in terms of the manufacturing setup, if you talk about, how are you placed?
So in terms of manufacturing, our base is Noida, and I mentioned, so we have one main facility in the Noida Special Economic Zone, which is completely export oriented. Then we have another facility in Greater Noida, which is our main integrated manufacturing plant. So that's a hub. It is a large 10,000 square meter facility, which is supplying to all customers, the high-end customers. And then we have two facilities in Himachal. So these four facilities, they have a very strong product focus and customer recognition. Everything is manufactured by us. We are not buying a product and selling. We are making the product which we know. We start from the engineering and complete manufacturing of the product. So the technology rests with us thoroughly, and the plants are very high-end and sophisticated in terms of extensive digitization also today, because as an organization we like to stay ahead on technology. So the product engineering itself is very intense, where everything would be done in-house on the highest end of softwares.
And in terms of the distribution strategy, like how do you go about it?
So there it's a mix. Today it's a very multicultural world, and India itself has its diversity and variety. So we have our offices which are spread out in different parts of the country, and then we have multiple offices outside India also. But we cover the globe, not just different parts of India, with our channel partners and reps. And yeah, the last count, we have our product installed in more than 60 countries across the world, which is with local partners with whom we work very closely, and that's expanding. I can say that.
So especially this, what we have seen, based on our interactions with the industry, both from the manufacturing as well as from the solution provider side of it, this pumps, valves, industry seems to be quite competitive with the presence of global as well as local players in the industry. So what's your USP in terms of standing apart and having
See, I think that is the whole ethos of Advanced Valves. As I said earlier, technology. we are not talking about products which are done by a lot of people. We play the game where there are 3 to 5 manufacturers in the world on that particular project and customer. So we maintain that differentiation. Our products are extensively certified, and in fact, eternally, the amount of investment we do in R&D keeps the process reliability very high for the customer, right? And I am not a new kid on the block. The pump industry or the valve industry has a lot of younger players, and all credit to them also, to some of those who are doing good job. But we have established it with a lot of learning and investment. And today a customer knows that when he is approaching advanced valves, that he is going to get a product which is going to work. And it's a company which is not going to commit something just for the sake of winning business. And we have worked with customers in their piping designs, in their process design, to do the right valve selection. Sometimes it may not be my valve, but their process should work. So that is where the recognition is there from customers, and we work as partners to a lot of folks, where their whole plants will talk about multi-million-dollar investments just from our range of specialized valves. Yeah.
So in terms of manufacturing, I think that's a pretty fair overview that you shared with us. With regard to the government support, if we talk about, let's say, from Indian government, schemes like Make in India, Atmanirbhar Bharat. So these are some flagship programs which the government is running to, boost the Indian manufacturing segment and increase the exports through these programs. So how is your organization leveraging these programs?
So I think this is a very strong and positive theme which has been led by the government, and we really appreciate that. We are recognizing the talent which is there in the country, and boosting them, giving them support has come at a very good level from the government and flowing down through the public sector and all those companies. So that is strong. What I would add is a little different twist to it. We have been doing for 35 years, and we are exporting for we're close to 24 years. So we actually, before we say, make in India, we are already made in India for 30 years. As I said, I'm exporting more than 60% internationally. So my product reach is very extensive globally. And yes, the make in India is actually encouraging the customers to look at Indian supply chain. Right? Earlier, it was sometimes a little difficult, but now that acceptance, the brand India is gaining a lot of credibility among Indians in India and across the globe. And when I am also traveling across the world, or I am selling my product, I'm not just selling advanced valves, I'm taking the name of India as well. So it's a big responsibility which I carry. It's bigger than the advanced valves name. So, being fair to it is very important for the whole pump and valve industry, right? Not just sell a product, but you're selling the advanced valve, the India name. So the responsibility that we have as Indian manufacturers, leverage make in India, leverage made in India when you're going outside, but take the, keep credibility of the India name. That's important. Yeah, no, that focus on brand India is very important, and we must take that responsibility. Yeah.
One last question, sir. With regard to, since you already have a legacy of 40 years of strong manufacturing experience in the market, where do we see advanced valves in the next, let's say, decade from now, in terms of innovation, R&D, expansion?
So I would say advanced valves, with the ethos I talked about in terms of technology and innovation, I would say even the COVID period, the innovation and the engineering has really grown extensively because a lot of that opportunity came inside, and we did a lot of work. We also expanded extensively on our manufacturing infrastructure and invested in the last 2 years significantly, and the plant upgradation has been very high end. So with that, I can tell you is that yes, advanced valves is ready to grow multifold and at a very fast pace. That is something which you're going to see. And even in the area of energy transition, we are very ahead and working with companies, the energy companies, in writing down specifications for things like carbon capture, for hydrogen, and all those areas. So that transition is something where people recognize, again, the understanding of technology, where, that's our aim, that's how we keep it exciting. And people can see that, yes, we are leading the market, and as we also say, changing the way you think about valves is what we carry forward.